been slightly prepared with the same pan or tongs or handled with the same utensils at any point in time. I didn't have to be aware of it. My stomach would just know if it had, and I would get violently ill. So I didn't eat it for like the last 10 years. And in the last year, pretty much since last September, for some reason I stopped having such a reaction in general to because every year I'd try like a nibble of the meat and stuff, because I used to exclusively eat meat. Like I pretty much didn't eat any like, you know, like side dishes or vegetables and shit like that. I just want to keep an eye on where he's going to go tantrum, because he might break something of value here. But yeah, no, being able to eat meat again and stuff has been nice. Seems to be good for my body. So, and also the 10 years or so of being vegetarian and stuff, mostly vegetarian, was interesting. I got to try a whole lot of different food. I got to try a whole heap of really nice vegetarian food, because like, as I said, I was somebody that ate mostly exclusively meat. So I was like pretty skeptical. Like I'd never even look off the side of the list at anything that was like listed as meat. I'd just be like, yeah, no. If it's got like had lamb or pork or whatever on the menu, that was the first thing I looked at. And then I've discovered that there's actually like a lot of food out there that's actually really flavorful. One thing I'm very thankful for is like actually like eggplant. When people can cook eggplant really well, it's so good. I can't cook it for shit, but like I appreciate the people that can cook it into a dish really good. It's really good. Kind of devilish woman is that. Yeah, no, it's just chronic medical conditions and stuff. I'm still under like hospital management for it now, because the problem was that like when it happened, I had a specialist for it, but like as soon as I got like my appointments with him and started seeing him and stuff, he died. So like my medical records and stuff just like slipped through the cracks. I never got into his system, so I never got on referred to like another specialist. And yeah, that was like the next decade of like self-management and stuff. So I'm now back with like hospital management and stuff, and they've been managing me pretty much since I've been streaming for the last couple of years. I've been getting a lot better. So my Crohn's will never go away, but it's very close to being like very low activity to borderline remission at the moment. So I can eat a lot of foods that I haven't been able to for like the last decade, but like I'm primarily triggered by stress. Financial stress does it the worst. Certain foods do it too, but if I'm stressed, it more likely does it, as opposed to like at the moment I seem to be mostly okay. So yeah, I basically just going through the list of all the things that I really super missed in the last decade and eating them again, you know, all the old comfort foods and stuff. Some of them honestly just taste like shit, and I'm like, this isn't good. But like I remember it being good because like when I was only eating meat all the time, like I don't know, it just changed how my taste buds were and stuff. So yeah, it's a bit different now. Still got a cold snap here. At least the bedrooms are warm finally. I don't know why the prisons are so much warmer. Fuck knows. Probably because I got 4 people in there all the time. That's probably why, actually. And the diamond pattern. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, we do that. That's basically my signature across all my bases. Like my first one had like the most variety of like my different places and stuff. That was Salvation. My second location, Quillen, we didn't really get off the ground there. That was the one that glitched out. It was my second map, sorry. And yeah, it didn't go anywhere. I had to evac out of there. I don't think I guess I don't have a photo of like this location in there yet because I've still got this. But all my animals should be pulled up, which is good. I'm going to leave that door cracked for the moment. whichever one's got the pemmican in it. This one does. Cancel load. And what I want is I want people to be bringing this inside. If we can. I do have empty slots accessible for it. I'm guessing I'm gonna just have to like reallocate in here, but I don't want them to. I kind of want them to put it back down in here, realistically, because it's too far away and I rarely get animals in here. I'll put it up in the kitchen. My people are gonna eat it though. Hold on. Let's put the pemmican back up in here. Now I've got places for it to go. Tadashi, drop that and start moving it in. Alright, this'll take him like a day or two. As long as I can keep majority of my animals away from it, it'll be fine. This sounds like AGS from a tick bite. He started venturing into more foods once again. That was the thing. I got asked constantly if it was related to a tick bite and stuff. And I actually had to like contact my mum and stuff and find out if I'd ever been bitten, like as a kid and shit. Because like, I'm not an outdoorsy person. I went outside, not this weekend, went outside last Saturday. That's the last time I went outside my house. I'm not an outdoorsy person. I'm not joking, by the way. I haven't left my house since like 2 Saturdays ago. But yeah, no, I haven't ever been bitten by a tick, but it is actually a legitimate condition and stuff that sometimes people can have if they've had like a tick bite from a specific tick at some point in time, which I thought was quite fascinating because like, yeah, like a lot of the time, like the funniest part was like I encountered a lot of doctors that just didn't believe it. And I'm like, I don't give a shit if you believe it or not, mate. I can't fucking eat it. I've had all of my friends and families test if I can eat it or not. You know, I've had like so many people like purposely poison my food with, you know, stuff that makes me really, really badly sick and stuff. So like I've unknowingly ingested it and gotten sick. And yeah, no, it's a legit thing. I have no control over it and stuff, but yeah. No, I've had there was at least one doctor that actually like looked up about like the tick bite thing and just thought it was fascinating. Like, I don't know if it was part of my Crohn's or if it was a side effect of something else or something, but it seems to go hand in hand with it for me. So yeah, like there were like a few other things, like for instance, when you got Crohn's, you're not really supposed to eat spicy food, and certain foods like coffee and cheese and stuff like that can be a problem. I'm also lactose intolerant, and in the peak of my like Crohn's being like super severe, I also had like a gluten sensitivity as well, which I'd never had that before. But yeah, so I had like a hell of a time trying to like figure out what I could and couldn't eat and stuff. But like, I love spicy food and I refuse to not have spicy food. Like the meat for the pain wasn't worth it, so I wouldn't bother with that. But the spicy food, you can build up spice tolerance too, and it didn't affect me in the same kind of way. So yeah, quite often I would just like eventually build up like the spicy food that I was eating and stuff, you know. Yeah, so I also need to build it back up again at the moment because I kind of, since probably April, I haven't been eating much in the way of spicy stuff, but I have the Hot Ones Eating Challenge to do in September. So I need to like bring that back up again because I was eating like, you know, the Fire Challenge, the Fire Noodle Challenge. I was eating those every single day as just like my main meal and stuff. So yeah, and I kind of like need to bring that back, you know. It's always caused by ticks, but it's most common. That's how ticks are the ones that do it. So the thing with the ticks was I think they were like an American tick. So being in Australia, coming across one would be unlikely. Not impossible, but unlikely. Which is where like the, you know, the confusion with that is, and probably also why like doctors here wouldn't be as aware of it. So like I kind of understood that, but it didn't change the facts. It's just that, yeah, they'd normally say like that's not part of Crohn's, and I'm like, do you know how many different symptoms people that suffer from Crohn's actually like have? like they're not like one size fits all kind of condition. There is a long list of stuff, but like not everybody has everything on that list, and some people have got everything on that list. Some people just gotta mix and match, kind of like checkbox kind of thing. So yeah, people need to quit with that behavior. Yeah, they do, but it's fine. I cut out everybody that does that shit out of my life. I like the fact that they automatically set to attack. Hold on, Sappy. Please tell me this isn't showing my entire list. I guess, what's his name wouldn't be the last person. Oh no, there he is. I just wasn't scrolling down far enough. Yeah, no, anybody that tried to like poison my food just to test like the validity or whatever of it, yeah, no, they're not in my life anymore. I don't trust people that are willing to like harm others like that when they know that it can like cause like hospitalization and stuff, you know. Wardening, I don't super want you to do wardening, but I do want you to be able to do other stuff because I don't have many people here. So if you're just able to do some other stuff, that'd be great. What else can you do? You do like plant cutting stuff, so that'd be great. I have so many plants here that need to be planted, and it does look like the cold snap's finished. So before I save that, I need to pull the roof off this again, because it looks like it's gonna be toasty in here. Hey Lincoln mate, when you're done doing your prayers and shit, can I just grab you to just work on like removing the roof and stuff? I'll get you in here. I'll see what I can get him to do in here. There we go. And also I need to go open that door. Hold on. It's also with the glitch with the bigger colonies and stuff, it can happen. Fusion Viper, that's fine. And Barb, I think having a food binge or something. Somebody's having heat stroke. I'm not really surprised, Enyo. Hey Sam, can I just grab you to just walk in here for a sec? It's a Lone Star State, but yeah, I understand the complexity behind having things that don't textbook match up with what doctors expect. That's the other thing too, is a lot of conditions and stuff have got like a huge list of like potential side effects, and same with medicines and stuff have potential side effects. Not everybody gets the same list, and sometimes there are ones that are either super rare or undocumented and stuff, you know. So there's stuff like that happens. I'll get you to prioritize down this corner too. I'll grab a couple of people. Like Nick should be able to do some building. Most of my first 21 people should be able to do really good building. Most of them should be like a 16. I don't think I called for you, Shizuka, but if you want to do some building, you're missing slate blocks. Okay, if that's the case, can you do... Yeah, you can. Can you come in here and just plonk your ass down? Missing slate chunk. Alright, hold on. Do we not have slate chunks here? Just bear with me a hot second. Are these slate chunks? They're granite chunks. True, I don't think I got slate on this map. But let's go load up a pod. I'm pretty sure apart from the occasional thrombo coming out here and the cats eating it, we should be okay with those. Let's get this launched with a fuck ton of slate blocks. We need some more of those, and we'll get this one. This one's already preoccupied. Yeah, this one loaded up with, again, some slate. I also got to send some marble, but they should be working on that. We'll send all the slate because I want the pen to be finished soon. I also want these ones as well, because I know I emptied this out. 4 of these should be enough to do... it's not picking that up. That's fine. You can grab the marble blocks that we've got. I don't have a lot here. Grab what you can grab. I like that they're taking it inside, but I do think that they're taking it inside only to consume it. So, I'm not thrilled by this. If you guys could actually, like, you know, haul it inside, that would be better. Lou's having a tantrum. It's fine. He'll break something in there. So just glad you know what could be causing it, have found ways to manage it. Yeah, well, basically kind of being abandoned by the medical system for 10 years did allow me to kind of like figure out for myself like what does and doesn't trigger stuff. and like how to kind of like look after it and stuff pretty well. So like any kind of additional doctor management has been great. Plus like I also have pretty good grasp over like my stress and stuff like that. There's obviously times where things are going to trigger me and I have no control over that and I just get overwhelmingly sick. But, you know, I do streaming and content creation and stuff as my living. So if I need to take a day or something, I can take a day. Like for instance, this Thursday I'm not streaming because I have to be awake during the day and I sleep during the day. So it's nighttime at the moment. For anybody that doesn't know, it's like almost midnight. But I'm not going to push myself to stream that night because I don't have to. And in the past I would have, but I shouldn't. I should just take the extra rest. And if I have the energy and I'm not streaming, I can work on rigging my avatar or something like that. So it's not like I won't be working on something. I just won't be live doing it. Same with like next week. I have 2 days where I'm not streaming, Tuesday and Thursday. Again, I have to be awake during the day. I actually am catching up with my hospital next week, so I'll see how I go. I was in earlier this year, so I'm kind of curious how I'm sort of doing and shit. But yeah, couple of days off next week, and then the end of this month I've got literally a few days of dedicated like time off rigging, and then dedicated rest days. So my last week of this month, I've kind of got like the half and half week where I'm not streaming. So I don't have a lot of streams coming up for the rest of this month as a heads up. I have tried to put them on like my Twitch story and my Blue Sky and my Twitter, Discord and stuff. So you guys can see them if you need to check back in like a week or something like that, just in case you're not sure when I will and won't be here and stuff. But yeah, like I am taking care of myself. What was that? A fire starting spree. That's fine. I'm timing droll out, so... Hey, Viking, what are you up to? Did you... Yeah, you did a hydrate. Hold on, let me hydrate. My lasagna's setting shit on fire, so I guess that's fine. That's pretty classic lasagna. And Nick's having a food binge, which is fine. We have a lot of food here. And wakes up this poor wagon to happily house. No. Give you some ruffles, Viking. What are you up to today? Are you out and about exploring again? Those are not well documented in women specifically. That's another thing too, actually, that you mention it, is a lot of medical documentation of side effects and medical conditions and stuff like that are from records of guys. Historically, more men were test subjects and or like where the medical records and stuff are from. So yeah, how like certain conditions and medicines work and stuff on females can sometimes be completely different. Like there's also heaps of medicines too that, you know, they're made for one thing, but they're used for another thing, you know, because they also happen to do that thing and stuff. So there's heaps of that stuff out there. Yeah, I know the pen's not enclosed. God, that's a lot. That's probably, if I was able to get everybody, a little bit of everyone here, give or take, I reckon we've probably got more than 200 animals in this spot. Yeah, we got more than 200 on that spot alone. It's fine. I don't think everybody's taken these inside, but I mean, I'm still trying. Yeah, unfortunate thing is every time, can you come back here and just do that straight away? Every time somebody's walking past, they're mostly just grabbing it to eat. So I'm not actually putting any pemmican in here, but it does also mean that they're probably making, they are making a shit ton of the packaged survival meals. So, okay, it's not that bad. We will have survival meals to go on the caravan, but 300's not going to be a lot. Unless like I have a shit ton of rice or something. Hold on. Yeah, we got like 3,000 rice. I could do a caravan with that. And we still have 100 pemmican in storage. Where the fuck is that? Is that down here? They may have put some, I allocated that they could put the pemmican in here because my animals don't usually get in here. But I wanted to put it away from the dining hall because my people just keep fucking eating it. But I guess we have like 100 maybe in storage. Oh no, there it is. There's a little lump. There's a couple of lumps in here. Somebody is bringing them in. Nice. Hey, Campbell, mate. Can you just do a quick cleanup of that? And Lorena. Actually, Odd, you're closest to it. Can you grab that purple? Can you grab that? It's a happily receiving ruffles. Nods. Stretches paw, wagging to happily yawning. No. I see you giving everybody feathers. Oh, that reminds me to stretch, actually. Hold on. I gotta be careful how I stretch on this chair now. You know the new chair that I've got? Yeah, so anyway, the gas lift is gone. The gas lift has given up on life. And if I stretch and move in just the wrong way, my chair drops me to the ground. So I got this in April. It's like not even 4 months old, literally not even 4 months old, and it's already given up on life. I did say I don't expect it to like last a year, but it's so much worse, you know, than I could have like expected there. How are we going with this? What are we missing? We're missing, is it just one component? Because if it's just one component, fuck it, let's go. Let's get the steel and shit. Now, I am finding it more useful to just crash land it into the roof of the storage, because my people can build a roof faster than they can move shit inside, so. Okay, Doug, mate, can you bring this inside? It's starting to deteriorate because it's outdoors. Alright, we've almost got all of the stuff inside. Some of the packaged survival meals that have been made might be the ones that are sitting out here because they're mostly eating pemmican, which I don't kind of get why they're choosing that over everything else. They have mood buff simple meals, you know, but we got 2,000 simple meals, by the way, and they don't want it. They're like, nah, I'll take my slab of greased meat dust and I'll go sit down and eat that at the table. Like, you do you guys. Now my animals are hungry. Actually, it's only my ducks. Okay, if only a couple of my ducks are hungry, that's okay. Transport pod's complete. Alright, let's get these blocks over so we can get this fence built. So I don't actually want to put that right next to it. Although, if it's not in storage, they might not count it. So, fuck it. In it goes. And I wonder, do I have a bench here for them to be breaking that stuff down? Trina's having a tantrum. Gonna destroy a minigun. Can you not, mate? Hold on a second. Hold on. Can you not? Because I do have you're a pacifist. Hold on. You go back to what you're doing. I have a few miniguns, but I'd rather not lose that. I also need to put my guns back on people, so I'll do a quick round robin, get some people to grab their guns again. Calm down, kitten. It's not even like that. I have like 2 of them over here. Speaking of, hey Sam, can you clean this room? Because I've been like drop potting stuff in here. So thank you guys. You go back to what you're doing. Franklin, mate, if you, actually Dodsworth is on it. Nice. Didn't even have to tell you to do that. That's very nice of you, Dodsworth. Beat the shit out of him and put him in hospital. That's the way to go. Alright, so if I don't have the blocks, transport pod's complete. Okay, hold on. Here's one of my pods. Don't crush somebody. Good. Nobody crushed. That's both wolf plushes wagging tail happily yawning. No. This one's ready to go. This is my marble. So I have marble blocks here. Let's put you down in the corner because it's less likely to crush somebody. But I don't have much in the way of slate. And I don't know if this is too far to reach the slate blocks because we were able to reach it with the... No, we can get it with this. Alright, let's load that up. I'm just going to say that all of these can have to toggle refuel. If I've got the chem fuel to do it, we're going to just refuel everything. I don't love having this many at a time, but I'd like a bit more freedom to send what I send. I'm still not putting fuel in that because that's got gold and silver in it. So I don't want to accidentally send that. Not that I'm probably going to, but I don't think I've got... Oh, I got spare chem fuel. I got 200 odd chem fuel. Maybe even more. Perhaps. Yeah, almost 250 chem fuel. Sweet, we got some stuff to fill up some pods. Alright, well these ones are the closest to the thing, so this will be closest to my blocks. Let's get some slate going out, because I can't make slate over there. I don't have the things. I can make marble. I do have the people to be making marble, so I don't need to be sending those, but we'll send those to... Hold on a second. I saw that. There you go. Alright, I saw it untick it itself, and I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing there. Let's get you loaded up with... I'm pretty sure I have plenty of small animals, but I tried to load a cow earlier. It's also swaggy falls asleep only before flushes. No, Vikings gone. Vikings sleeping. Actually, somebody gave him jerky yesterday. I forgot about that. I guess he'll get it maybe tomorrow or later tonight. But yeah, somebody left jerky beside him yesterday. It's jerky, so it's gonna last. It's not like it's gonna go off. Let's see. We have calves here. Do I have smaller calves? No, but I do have lambs. I want one of each type of lamb. I would like to catapult more, like, chickens and shit. So let's send the chickens and the ducklings that we have got. Okay. And let's see if I can cram a calf or two in here. Okay, we got 2 calves. If they can do this quick enough that nothing ages up, that'd be really great. I'm not going to put anything else in there just to hopefully counteract the weight. So we're going to have that full with animals. I'm trying to send meat and milk and egg production animals over. I also want a whole bunch of... Everybody over there can do stuff with animals, so I'm not worried about that. I do want more gardening people. I also want miners too, actually. Hold on, let's see if I can double tap this to get a miner and a grass person. Maybe, whoops, maybe? You do plants. You don't do mining. I'll tell you what though, if I do... Let me grab whoops, because he'll do plants. Let's see if I can grab somebody else that do mine. Actually, I need somebody that can do crafting. Let me grab Red. I know he's probably busy on a machine. Red and White are probably the 2 that I want to send over. Where are they? Red's like one of my oldest colonists too. I should also send Nitro over soon too. It's also one of my oldest. He's like the first to join. There's Red. You the Red? Yeah, you're the Red for fucking certain. Alright, let's grab the Red. And that should be enough of that. I don't really need to be sending more food with them. I could send the extra components. I don't really need to send any chem fuel or anything like that. They have plenty of meals, but I could send them some of those so that they're not eating it. I'll send them 30 of that. They'll do. Okay, so these 2 will go soon. What's in this one? Nothing. Okay, I don't want to send more people in this one, but what I do want to send... We have got a lot of steel, but I want to grab what components I possibly can. And some steel. Load that up to go. Now we've got good medicine. What was that? Transport pods finished. Alright. Let's get that over there. I should also check on how my caravan's going. Please don't crush the cat. They're ready to go to... I'd like to kind of put it in the same spot so it doesn't break more of the roof. This one's not fully full. This one is fully full. I should have enough slate blocks-ish over there, but I want to make sure I can finish stuff. Grab that, and how much plasteel have I got over there? 12,000. 1,200. Yeah, no, they've got plenty of plasteel. I don't need to worry about that. They got meat. Speaking of meat, I'm not really seeing any tamed boomalopes, so... Last time we tried to tame them, they attack, so we're just going to kill those. Let's see. We've got cougar and all sorts of stuff here. I'm not going to try to get that guinea pig because, let's be honest, it doesn't want to be tamed. It's taken too long. It's just taking food at this point. Transport pods have arrived. Here we go. Please don't crush the cat. Oh, thank God, it's down there. That one, though... Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, thank God. That's off course. And very luckily so. Because it was meant to land right here. Unless there's a third one. I hope there isn't. Lincoln should do the roofs. You're tending to Trana. Can you clean the storeroom and you come back? And Armadillo, mate, can you do the roof? Can't do construction. That's fine. What about Leia? I also do a quick round robin, make sure everybody has their partners here too. Amia, where are you going? You're doing feeding. Okay. When you're done with your wardening, can you do the roof? Yeah, start on the roof when you come back. Okay, so let's go check everybody for a weapon. You don't have one. You've dropped one. Let's get your... whatever it is. The machine gun thing. You've got a special looking weapon. Where did it go? I think that's it. There, you can have that. You've got weapon, you've got weapon. They've all got weapons. One or two of these are going to be... You're a mental break. I can't do anything about you. You got yours. You don't. You're shooting, so... you probably do hunting, but I'm guessing the pillar is probably yours. But we got spare guns, so when you're up and about, you can have a gun. You can start learning how to hunt here. All right, Seahorse definitely has dropped like a masterwork in here somewhere. I know that because she should have one. So my transport pod's finished. I'll go. Well, there's an excellent. I'm guessing the masterwork was what's her face's, but this one's got to be hers. I'll let her sleep, and then she can come and get her gun. Sasha did have a tantrum earlier, so where is her sword? There. Alright, when she wakes up, she can go grab her sword. You've got a gun. Got a gun. You don't. I also need to check to make sure everybody's partners are here. There's your gun, right at the fucking door. You have a weapon. You got a weapon. Got one. Yeah, you got one. You don't. You're a pacifist. Got one. You're a pacifist. Pacifist. Looks like most everybody's got one. You don't. He's dropped his sword. Where'd your sword go, mate? I didn't see... There's a normal sword, but I think I've got that allocated. There's an excellent sword. You come grab the excellent when you're done doing what you're doing. You got one, you got one. You have dropped yours. Tade got hypothermia or whatever earlier, so that's why he doesn't have his. His is probably the pillar, honestly. You can take that when you wake up. Rice plants died from rotting, that's fine. Yeah, you also don't have one because hypothermia. You might not have had one. You might have had the club. Maybe. There's a second club in here, isn't there? Yeah, there's a second club there. It's 24 versus... fuck it, I've got a steel sword. You can have the uranium. You've got one. You don't. Regal has a sword. I don't know if I've got that many spare swords. I may have to send some. There is a spare club. There is a good sword down here. There's an excellent sword there. And grab that. Senla's got one. You maybe never came over with one.